Hello students, welcome to this video on Food and Textile Studies for Grade 9. Today's lesson will be on topic 7.1, the elements of fashion design, namely lines. Let us now see the learning objectives of this lesson. At the end of this video, you will be able to list the 4 basic elements of fashion design. You will also be able to differentiate between structural lines and decorative lines, and you will be able to state the effects of lines on the wearer. Selecting the right clothes to enhance one's appearance requires wise decisions. So, the basic elements of fashion design provide the baseline to help you choose your clothing to enhance your appearance. Remember, in grade 8, we have seen that the 4 basic elements of fashion design are color, texture, lines, and silhouette. We have also seen that color has a major influence on one's clothing. Color also provides the baseline to help consumers choose their clothing to enhance their appearance. We have also studied that the color wheel guides consumers to understand how colors can be matched and how they work best with each other. We also studied that choosing the right color combinations for clothes also enhance the appearance. We have also studied about texture. Texture refers to the appearance and feel on the surface of the fabric. Fabrics have different surface textures, which have an influence on the garment's overall aspect. Now, let us see more on lines. Lines refer to an elongated mark that connects 2 or more points. So, there are 2 types of lines in fashion. These are the structural lines and the decorative lines. More information on structural lines. So, structural lines are created when sewing a garment. An example is seams in garments. Remember, a seam is created when 2 pieces of fabric are joined together. Decorative lines are printed lines found on a fabric. They create visual effects, and they are also known as stripes. Fabrics are available in different prints and designs. Let us have a look at some of these different prints and designs. First, we have one-way design fabric. The design goes in only one direction all over the fabric. Next, we have all-over design, whereby the design goes in any direction all over the fabric. We also have border design fabric. Here, the design concentrates on the border of the fabric. Furthermore, the stripe design fabrics consist of either horizontal or vertical lines. Lines may vary in color and thickness. There are also the check fabrics, whereby horizontal lines and vertical lines meet to produce squares or rectangles. Remember, lines may vary in color and thickness. Last but not least, dotted design fabrics are fabrics which have dots all over. Dots may vary in size and color. Now let us see some more information on lines. Lines can influence the overall appearance of the wearer. They can also make the wearer appear taller, shorter, slimmer, or wider. Lines also have directions. They can be vertical, horizontal, or diagonal. Vertical lines go up and down along a garment. They give the impression of height and slimness. Horizontal lines lead the eye across the garment from one side to the other. Horizontal lines give the impression of width and shortness. Diagonal lines are slanted lines on a garment, causing the eyes to move from one side to the other on an angle. They give an elegant impression. Now that we have learned on lines, let us have an activity. Question number 1. Explain the importance of the basic elements of fashion design. Their answer: the basic elements of fashion design help to choose the right clothes to enhance one's appearance. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 2. Differentiate between structural lines and decorative lines. Their answer: structural lines are created when sewing a garment. Example, seams in garments, whereas decorative lines are printed lines found on a garment known as stripes. Question number 3. Explain the effect of vertical lines on the wearer. So the answer: vertical lines make the wearer appear slimmer and taller. Hope you got the answer correct. Now let us summarize what we have seen in this lesson. So in this video, you have learned that colors, textures, lines, and silhouette are the 4 basic elements of fashion design. Lines can be structural or decorative. We have also learned that vertical lines go up and down of a garment, giving the impression of height and slimness. We have also seen horizontal lines lead the eye across the garment, giving impression of width and shortness. And finally, we have seen diagonal lines or slanted lines on the garment, giving an elegant impression. We have reached the end of this lesson. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for your attention. Until the next, goodbye.